Hi, this is Grace Solaris. I just decided today to do a live, or not a live, a recording of how to navigate the energies right now because I've gathered from Facebook friends, clients, and so on that they feel very challenged by the energies right now because of the high photonic light, the plasma pouring in from the sun and beyond the sun. And so it can be very difficult for you to navigate on these new high frequencies of light. Can make you feel very expanded, and also having the sense that everything is just really going fluid, and it is going fluid. And so you can feel when you're doing certain things, it can be very uncomfortable because if you, for example, is driving a car or doing things like that, you can really sometimes feel insecure because you feel you're there, you're not really there. And so, and also the feeling so expanded that you have difficulty in focusing, of staying grounded, because you seem, so to say, to be all over the place. And I want to talk a bit about this because there is this rapid acceleration, rising of energies due to the incredible speed and magnitude of the incoming coronal mass ejections, the solar flares, the solar storm, and the spikes on the Schumann scale, that the physical body is sort of not catching up so fast. So that means you are now shifting so much in frequency that actually you are operating from the higher dimensions, yet you are still in this physical dimension, in a physical body. And because the body is sort of the reactions or the implementations of the energies in your body is sort of delayed compared to how you are integrating these energies in your emotional and mental body, and you are actually being anchored in the higher dimensions. You are operating on the higher dimensions in your light Merkaba, yet you're still connected to your physical body, but your physical body haven't catched up yet. It's sort of like a rat in the rat wheel. It's trying to catch up with the rest. And so that of course can also make you feel exhausted because of these higher vibrations. Your physical body hasn't still recalibrated to these new frequencies, so you're sort of, or your body's trying to catch up. And so it can cause all these exhaustion, being tired. Therefore it's really important to rest. And also when you have these situations of feeling very challenged, ungrounded, expanded, and that you have this sense of not really being here, then it's very good to rest. It just because your body needs time to reconfigure, but it's just like these radical shifts and rise in frequency happens on a daily basis. So yeah, your body needs time to catch up, and as I said, to a greater extent you are operating as your higher dimensional self on the higher dimensional planes of existence. So more and more parts of you, let's say, is still operating from the higher dimensions. You spend more times in the higher dimensions, yet your body is still in the physical, more dense reality. So, but you just need to really take time to ground, and ask your higher self to reconfigure you, and also to align you with the gradual shifting of the poles, the polar shift. Because the poles, it has shifted the crust, the magnetic outer crust has shifted, and is still shifting. It's still, it's a gradual shift, and all the tectonic plate activity, the magnetic field activity is also causing this sense of instability or ungroundedness that can really be challenging. So ask your higher self to readjust that on a daily basis. It's nothing that you need to know. Your higher self knows how to do this, and you just need to take a moment, state the divine intent, and you will feel, when this adjustment has been done, you will feel more balanced, you will feel more anchored, more focused. So it harmonizes you as a whole with your current energetical environment and with your current frequency, because everyone is not on the same frequency. You need to make sure that you are aligned at all times so that you can be present, so you will not be challenged. Because when you get challenged, you get maybe stressed, you get brain fog, you tend to go out of body. Yes, and that makes you, of course, even more disaligned and ungrounded, and so you are not fully present in this moment where life is taking place. And that again, of course, it makes you more prone to emotional stress, mental stress, and so it is important that you really remember to do this on a daily basis. because otherwise you can get really challenged by these incoming energies. We know about all the symptoms: nausea, vertigo, headaches, neck aches, problems with the sleeping patterns are changing. There can even be periods where you can hardly sleep, or you wake up every 2-3 hours. And this is also because you are actually switching between the lanes, between the dimensions, and the various parallel realities are merging into one. So the difference between dream time and your awake state, it's sort of getting blurry, yeah. And this also is something that you have to get accustomed to, as well as this sense of everything becoming more fluid. Everything, I mean, it's not only a feeling of being more expanded and fluid within your own body, but it's even, you can feel like, for example, you're sitting on a chair, or you're walking on the ground, and it's just feeling like, almost like it's moving. It's getting fluid, yeah. So this is something that we have to get used to, because you can feel very unstable and insecure, or even disorientated at first. When you feel this, as I said, you will get accustomed to it, and I remember once I had a situation some years back, 3-4 years back, when I have had an activation in my car, and I was also on a very high vibration. And normally they don't do this, my guides, when I'm on the way, but for some reasons they did it here. A test drive maybe, I don't know, but anyway. And I've also had it since then. So actually, when I was in Germany some weeks back, so when I hold the wheel of the car, it's like, oh my God, it's like, is it moving? It's fluid, but again, it's a mind thing, yeah, because it's not. If you just then ground, you come back to your heart, and you just still your mind, and you just remind yourself, this is solid, yeah. But it's like you feel it from your Merkaba, you feel, and also because you are in the higher dimension, you can sense the same reality from two different dimensional experiences, so to say. So in these situations, it can be really scary, but really it's something that you had to get used to, and you will get used to it, and it will be some periods where it is more extreme, because these new energies and increase in frequencies, these rapid and radical increase in energies comes in waves. And sometimes it's just like if you had a lot of solar flares within a very short period of time, then your body have difficulty in catching up and to reconfigure, yeah, to these energies. So So it's not always the same. It can vary in intensity, and sometimes you will feel really challenged about it, or even scared. What's going on with me? If you're going into that with your mind, am I losing my mind? What's going on? No, you're not. You're just vibrating on higher frequencies of less density, where things actually are more crystalline and more liquid or fluid. And it's just like you're not used to it, and therefore you can feel challenged and unsure about what's going on and how to what to do, but don't go into fear. Just calm yourself and just know that this is part of the upgrading and you rising in frequency, and your higher self is orchestrating this. Your spiritual guides and teams of light are monitoring that this will happen in the divine pace that you can incorporate. So just trusting, don't go into fear. So it is indeed a rapid acceleration of light, and so nothing is as it seems, and you might also at times feel that you're not here at all. And actually there is some truth about it. Yes, your body is here, but you are starting to operate from the higher dimensional planes. You're teleporting to the higher dimensional planes, and many of the light workers, the pioneers of light, we are spending more and more time in these higher dimensions. Lately I've had some lucid dreaming where I know I'm attending a lot of meetings in the higher dimensional planes, healing and also council meetings and so on. And this can happen during our sleep state, our dream time, but it is extensively, increasingly now also happening in our awake state. And that is something that we need to get used to, because the timelines are collapsing, and we it's not that time never really existed, but it's our perception of time and it's our perception of reality that is changing. So now we start to really feel and experience the various existences that we are coexisting in on various dimensions, in various parallel realities. So we can really have moments where we feel, oh, now I'm in my childhood. You just have an image popping up. You're not only having the image, you're feeling it, that you are there. At the same time, you're somewhere totally different, in a total different age, and can even be a previous lifetime, but it's just all blending into one, and can now be felt simultaneously. So this is also a whole new experience that we will feel and need to adapt to and navigate in from our ascended state of being. And needless to say, if you haven't fully ascended to this higher dimensional planes, still have a lot of engagement on the physical plane. The difference and the frequency will feel even more extreme. But as you start to get used to doing this, it will become more and more normal. Yes, because this is just how we function, this is how we operate as multidimensional beings. That also means that you can feel emotionally, if you have gained this state of divine bliss, of your liberated self, if you've done the shadow work, still you can feel pain or frustration from the physical realm, but it doesn't take away the bliss. The bliss is there alongside all the different emotions, all the different experiences. It's all there at the same time. So to master navigating in this vast field is really to discern and choose what you engage in, and really actually you can choose your frequency. You can call in the highest and purest frequency of your soul expression, call in your ascended self, your Christed self, and vibrate that energy. Ask your higher self to if you have moments where you feel struggling, ask your higher self with your divine intent, rise your frequency with the divine intent. You make the conscious choice and you just hand it over to your higher self to shift you on that frequency, onto that frequency, align with that frequency of divine love, of divine joy, and it shifts instantly unless you hold on to a lower vibration of victimhood or any other lower vibrations. So it really takes from you to let go of any mental thought patterns, because otherwise, you are obviously in your mind, you're caught up in loops of thoughts. Maybe you have some challenges or problems, and if you are struggling with them and you are keeping your attention on them, needless to say, you cannot rise in frequency, because you feed those thoughts, and those thoughts determine your frequency. So you will not be able to shift it, rise it to a higher vibration, if you do not get out of your head and fully anchored in your heart space. You have to be present. This is your physical body, is the temple of your soul. It is a star portal to the quantum field, 0 point field, where all is happening, where everything is possible, and where you can access any frequency. You can access your full divine potential, all probabilities, all possibilities are accessible when you are fully anchored in this space of your sacred heart. Actually, it is the seat of your soul in the high heart, but it's like the high heart, when you have activated your high heart, it's including also your normal heart chakra. But the focus, what aligns you with this oneness field, the portal is in the high heart chakra. So I hope that this could give you some divine clarity, and I hope you feel more calm from the energies. And so just do not go into fear or doubt that you're not gonna make it, or because you feel challenged. It's really very simple to be present, to keep very mindful, because your mind is just there to execute, implement whatever needs to be done from your heart, propelled from your heart. So you can say it serves your heart, and that's again because your heart chakra, this is where your divine feminine is. It's the space where she can act from. Where there is access to your intuition, so that you're always aligned with your higher self, which speaks to you through, and your guides, which speaks to you, which transmit divine guidance, and also keeps you attuned and aligned to Source, to Mother, Father God. Thus the importance to really make sure, check in several times every day. Just make sure, especially if you feel imbalanced, frustrated, or confused, disorientated, or sadness, any lower feelings, emotionally, mentally also. So really make sure that you are present. Your body is the temple of God. This is where God is. So actually, when you're looking for God, you know, it's not you looking, it's God looking, because there is only God. So you looking for God is actually God looking, but you are caught in the illusion that it is you looking for God. But in truth, this I is illusionary. It is God looking. So when you're looking outwards for God, you're looking into an illusion. God is looking through your eyes. So just turn within and remind yourself that you are God. It is being in this awareness and oneness with God. You do not need to look outwards to seek God or to seek any solutions, any salvation, any guidance. It's all there. And when you can be and really dive in to this inner knowing, this I is actually God witnessing itself, then there you can find true liberation. Being in this omnipresence, and you can finally just rest. Arriving in this God omnipresence, where there's no more seeking, no more questions, and nothing to achieve, nothing to improve, because it is all there. It simply evaporates, and you can just melt into presence with God. So God never left you. This division, separation from God is a mind construct, a program that was created to divide you from God. And this illusion of the I, the individuum, is really a hollow thing. It's not really there. But with your mind buying into this concept, and all the minds together are creating this collective idea of the I, which are all separated from each other and from God. So step back and just be silent. Let go and just be in this inner knowing. There's nowhere to run to, there's nowhere to go to. Just know that you have already arrived. You are already one with God. Sending my blessings to my family of light, to all of you. We are one, and nothing is ever gonna separate us. So remember, whatever you do to someone else, you do it to self. There is no separation. It's like the spider web. Wherever you touch it, it ripples across the web. It impacts every part of it. There is nothing and no one is excluded from feeling this impact of your thoughts, your actions, no matter what you're doing. This is what you are feeding the collective with and yourself. So be mindful, make healthy choices in which way you engage, what you give your energy to. Do not allow yourself to stay in toxic environments or around toxic people, because even if you are mindful and you are caring and loving, people tend to want to feed on that energy. So as they see themselves separate from God and seek light from others externally to feed on that, as they have forgotten their own divine source of light, which is within each and every one of us. In our oneness, there is no scarcity, no lack. There is only abundance and overspilling love. Sending my blessings to all of you. Bye for now.